Actually, it's not a really laughing day, is it? Just so many things just seem wrong in the world. So I come in my garden with my kitties and my chickens. But besides everything else in the world falling apart, my Trump neighbors have turned out to be awful. I love that. I am in such a predicament, like don't know what to do type of thing. My neighbors have a cat that's been in a cage for at least 2 months now. I think they take it in at night, but it's just been very distressing for me and for the cat. It's an elderly cat, and it cries all day long until it loses its voice. It's in the sun next to their dumpsters. I've several times tried to talk to the owner, who is a major Trumper. I talked to him last night and offered to pay for the cat, give him $100, and I told him he could have any of my plants. I mean, I have a lot of plants. He'd be happy to give him this tomato or whatever he wants. And I could give him this right here, but probably wouldn't want that with kids. And so, extremely disheartening. I'm remodeling. Got rid of those doors. Finally. Sorry, I'm a little ADD. So, where that trailer is, it's right next to that. In fact, I'm gonna just I don't want them to see me videotaping this. I'm trying not to start a war. I did ask him last night if he wanted some money for it, but he was very aggressively no, and you could see extreme anger on his face. Oh, it's not in there. Oh, maybe I did something good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. So last night, I went over to his house and begged him to take money or anything. I told him I'd give him anything. What are you doing over here? This is extremely, extremely good news. For 2 months, an elderly black cat has been in that cage all day from like 6 a.m. till 9 o'clock at night, crying the whole time. And it's, it's not a tiny cage like a cat carrying cage. It's more of a cat cage that people put cats in, which for me is very hard to understand. Maybe some people do it and they have a humane way of doing it. I don't know. I'm totally not for cages at all. But I do understand there's a humane way to do that, where like if you have to work and your cat is pissing all over your house the whole time you're gone, tearing everything apart. There's situations where that it could be while you're gone in a cage. I don't know. I've never had a cat in a cage in my entire life, unless I'm taking them to the vet. So this cat has just been breaking my heart. I go out there every day and it's like, just cries. It cries so much that it loses its voice by the end of the day. And it's an elderly cat. And so I just thought, well, if I just offer him something, I'm not being a nosy neighbor. It literally is right next to my property. It's not like, somewhere I can't see it. It's right next to my property. But now I saw the doors open. He's covered the whole cage up with that tarp. There was a day it was raining out and there was no tarp. And then it's super, super, super hot out. It's been up in the 90s in the last couple weeks. Right now it's not. Right now it's actually probably in the 60s. Oh my God, this has just been such a thing on my heart. And I know that if I got all the animal activists together, just would create a huge neighbor war. And I'm just, I don't want to create a war, but I don't want to see a cat suffering either. It's really, really difficult. So I went over there last night and discussed with him very, very briefly. Probably was maybe 15 seconds of talking with him, maybe 30 seconds. And I just pleaded with him. I know I said it 5 times now, but it was actually really traumatizing to talk to him because he's a millennial. He's a young guy. But his face was very mean looking. And he said that he would talk to his family about it and think about it. And and she's completely taken care of. She's got food and water and, I'm like, really? That's what this, food and water and a place to shed, but nowhere to move and no interaction. And it's right next to his trash cans in the sun. No shade, no area where it can get away from the heat. It just absolutely really was distressing to watch. And so it's not in there for the first day in 2 months. It's not in there. So somehow I prayed and prayed and prayed about it. Some people just have no heart. And yes, sorry to say, but they are Trumpers. Flying the American flag. I used to love the American flag at one point in my life. So, this is extremely good news. And I'm just really overjoyed that going over there made a difference. So if you see something like that, just do what you can. It took everything in me, to be honest, to confront him. So just do what you can if you see something. This is the first time I've ever come across it in my whole life. I mean, it was definitely animal neglect. I did go on the Humane Society page, and he actually could get in trouble, but it was kind of vague about, it said if it was in a small cage, then that is, he can get fined. But the cage is like for a cat, somewhat big, I guess. I'm just so excited. Okay. I'm really, really, really happy that Cat's not in there this morning. And then he was putting it out there at 6 a.m. It's 8:30 now, or 8:40. So, anyways, kitties are all doing good. This is Finley. Now, my cats are on leashes, but only for their own safety, because they jump over the fence. And they do have fun on the leashes, like wake us up at 3 a.m. to go outside. So they are, she's digging in my herb garden. Oh, yeah, I need to repair that. Been like that for like 3 years. You digging in my herb garden? Oh, well. Here's another one. And they love being out here. And he does not like being on the leash too much. But he jumped over too. He jumped over. Anyways, so everything's looking good. My chickies are happy. I didn't like the nasturtium seeds because I see one right there. What is it? is the sweetest one. Why did it say I had it on mute? Well, anyways, that's Danny. Oh, no, that's Olive. I get my names right. Olive, she's just she's the sweetest one. She'll let me pick her up without, excuse me. What was that, Betty? What was that? Hi, Danny. Olive, she's the foodie for sure. I put a little grass in there earlier so they could just have something to do. We're going to build a bigger cage. We're getting ready over here. We're going to build just a makeshift, bigger run. This is a very small cage. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing when I bought it. I've never had chickens my whole life. I grew up in the city and never had chickens. But it's really, really awesome. I'm absolutely just can't believe we didn't do this 20 years ago. I really, anyways, I'm looking down here and it says I can bring somebody on video, but I don't know what that means, and I definitely don't want to somebody have a video that can you imagine watching a video and somebody brings you on and it's like a FaceTime and they had no idea? That would be awful. Somebody did that to me, I would just scream. I would be very I am so elated right now. I am so happy. That cat, for the first time in 2 months, is not in that cage. I'm just so happy. What a relief. Oh my God. Well, I don't know what they're going to do with them. Probably just put them in a smaller cage inside the house because, you know, I can't see what's going on outside. But I did what I could do, and my next thing was to file a report. But I'm not going to unless I really need to, because, yeah, I have got 10 million caterpillars on this plant. They look ugly, but they're actually not bad, but they are poisonous to the kitties. So I have to really watch the kitties, but they are mostly up here. Thank God. They're called passion fruit butterflies. They're absolutely gorgeous. And this plant is for my mama, so I'm excited about that. What are you guys doing? They're like, get us out of here. See, here's one. Maybe they'll eat this one. Oh, there's just so many things. There's just always so many things going on in this garden. That's exciting. I mean, every day it really is, even though a lot of stuff's dying. Yeah, I think these are just not a strong plant in general. So it's fine. I'll let it grow. Look, there's a monarch caterpillar. Oh, it looks like it. Oh, it's alive. Okay. It looked like it was dead. Oh, there's some, well, that sucks. So there's a bunch of monarchs on, this is a milkweed. Well, this is a tomato plant, but underneath it, because the tomato plant just grew crazy, is a monarch butterfly. And there's a bunch over there, but definitely this type has just taken over this plant, which is okay. It's totally okay. Look at that. There's just so many, but they're orange butterflies. They're really pretty, but we're going to have like probably 500 at one time, because that's a lot. But look at this. This is so gorgeous. Look at that. That's a monarch butterfly chrysalis. And it has gold on it, and they don't know why. See the gold dots? Isn't that cool? I really love this. Okay, I think I've showed this before, but this plant right here is their favorite food in the whole garden. Like, they go insane. Here, I'll pick, I've kind of given them a lot this morning. You're really not supposed to give them too much treats. Because, hey, Fiona, she's such a good girl. She goes over there, she's a cat, and they're birds. That is a food chain issue. Okay, what is this? Look at this. What is that? Oh, this is their favorite food. They love it so much. Okay, I would open the door, but Fiona is right there. Go on. Go on. So, yeah, I don't open the door when she's around for obvious reasons. But yeah, that is our favorite. You can give them grape leaves, lettuce leaves, basil leaves, and none of it, they'll eat it, but none of it, they go nutso like that over. So anyways, my little chickies. I'm very elated and happy about this turn of events because I was actually going to be showing a different situation that I've been witnessing for, again, 2 months. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, wait. This squash, I've showed it over and over. It's just absolutely incredible. I've been eating it every day. Look at that. So beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is just, oh, look at the bees in there. Yeah, fertilize. Now this one, yeah, the bees are inside there. This one, it doesn't, all of them don't get fertilized, so I don't know. I don't know why. I guess the bees just don't get to all of them, which is weird because the bees are on everything. I took all the powdery mildew, it was everywhere, and it really, really made a difference. This came back. That was almost dead. And it's still here and there, so I'll remove those leaves. It just made such a difference removing the leaves. And it's over here. You can see it. That's powdery mildew. In fact, I probably have to just take out this plant. But I think I'll do it when I get back. I leave tomorrow for a trip for 4 days. I'm not looking forward to it for some reason. They just are exhausting, and I feel like I just need maybe like a... What is going on here? He just really gets tangled up, which happens, but I make sure that he's untangled, and he's gonna go right over to those chickens. See how good she is? I tell her no, and then she's such a good girl. Yeah, such a good girl. Anyways, I'm gonna sign off. Or in the, I don't know where I put my coffee. Where did I put my coffee? That is a thing when you're gardening. Where you put your coffee is like it's a thing. One more little picture of this. Oh, those. Okay, so I put some mint under the tomato plants. I put it all over the place, actually. I'm going to put more over on the other side because the mint gets rid of pests and rats. So we'll see how it works. Because this definitely has a lot of pests already. And I think it has some type of wilting. I forgot the name of it. Wilting something or other. It took over like really early. So I don't expect these to last any longer than this batch. So, and, okay, they don't have any bottom end rot, whatever they call that. Oh, I see a little bit of it. It's pretty common, but yeah, I don't have it. So we'll see how the mint works. I have a lot of mint, so we'll see. I'm gonna put it underneath, like that's all mint. I mean, if you're gonna plant mint, you have to plant it in a encased situation. See how this is encased? The whole thing here. Because it's just going to go out of control. And it does. It's an invasive plant. All mint. So if you plant mint, you have to plant it either in a pot or an area it can't get into your garden. But chickens love mint. So this is... Once we make it bigger and I can let them out of the cage and let them roam around. I have to be careful though because there are things they can't eat. And I can't put them on leashes, so we'll see. I'm learning as I go with the chickies. And they're extremely fun. They're just absolutely... We don't have eggs yet, because they're just babies still. What is it, Betty? You're so pretty. Yes, you are. She is a barred rock. Here comes my Danny for Denarius. She's a Wyandotte. Lucy's supposed to be a Wyandotte, but we figured out she's a Rhode Island Red because she didn't have the markings of a Wyandotte. And then Olive is an Olive Egger. Hey, Lucy. You're so pretty. Yes, you are. You're so pretty. Hi, Betty. Hi, sweetie. Olive. Hi, Danny. You're so pretty. You were all so pretty. And we have the shavings here. I'll show you this, and then I'll get going. So we have this in here. And I'll be very surprised if they don't all come up here. So we just opened up the coop, the area where they're going to lay eggs. I don't know if they're using... Oh, yeah, they haven't gone poo in there, so that's a really good thing. We do have another side over here, but with only 4 chickens, I guess you only need 2. And we really don't want them to poopies in there and all that kind of stuff. So this is where they sleep at night, and they're totally protected. They have a little bit of water and a little bit of food. And yeah, and oh, and the pine shavings have a diatomaceous earth in them, which is excellent for if they have mites or any other kind of thing. They're all down here. I'm surprised they didn't come up here. And that's where they eat their food. And I've been getting them too many treats, and that's their water right there. Hi, Lucy. What you doing, sweetie? So, and this is where they sleep at night. And they have nice ventilation. So they all sleep up here at night. And it's actually, it's very functional for 4 birds, but we want to get more birds. So, this won't work. And this does have a double lock on it, in case we have a problem with a raccoon. So you just gotta push it in. Oops. There. Oh no, that needs to go that way. That's really important. Because if I'm not out here and there's a predator, and then this has a double lock on it, and then we have double locks on these. Hi, Betty. Lucy. There's Danny in the back. More of these. They don't get a chrysalis, though, like the monarch butterflies. They just kind of do that. Here's another one. Put that like that. Okie dokie. This didn't work out. I had a nice big thing going over that way. I was hoping the berries would climb on it and it would turn into this like tunnel of blackberries, but it didn't work. So now it's just a little fountain for the birds. And they use this all day long. And I just got that at an antique store, and I painted it. Okay. Bye.